Oh, hi guys. We're back today for another vlog. I don't know. I'm just all
Yeah, well,
I'm
yeah,
just all shook up.
yeah. We decided to, we had the camera going, and we was going to talk about other things, and um, but these are one of these moments that I think the world stops, and it's well, I'm trying to get my words together. Is of course, with the passing of Kobe Bryant, his daughter and another family, and we have the details of it, shortly. But we're just coming to you, and these times, it's just a loss of words. Ever since this one, we're on the East Coast, and from what I understand, it happened around about 10 a.m. West Coast time, and when I saw it, and just like probably a lot of you other guys saw it, it was just you always got the hoax and the fake news, as they say, on social media, and these are things you
Yeah.
wish it was
Fake
fake,
news. Yes.
and I don't, you know, I never like to jump out there and post, and when I start seeing outlets, and TMZ had it first, and um, we're gonna talk about that too. And TMZ has been a credible source, but they're getting backlash, which they should, because apparently, from what I understand, they put it out there before immediate family knew. Yeah, yeah, and this is some of the later reports, and TMZ are getting backlash for that, and that goes to I see a lot on just on the social media all the time, and even I guess you can say on a local level, when maybe somebody around town passed away, whatever, they people immediately putting out there before the family, and just you just I know we're in January 2020, and we're in a high speed world where everybody wants to get things now, and it's a good part to that, but also it's a bad part to that, and with this, after I really start seeing it, and I was like, let me just wait, get more information, and when everybody will start to, other news outlets, and start posting all across the all across the world, actually, and it is one of them days, and it'll go down, as where were you when you heard the news, and you hear important figures all the time, whether it's sports or political or whatever, and tragedy, and first and foremost, I've been talking for a few minutes, but first and foremost, definitely prayers, going out to the families, who lost, not only just Kobe and his family, but the other passengers that was on there, and it's just one of them trying times with that, and it's crazy, because you know death happens every minute, every second of the day, and when it just put out there when somebody of his stature, you know and it just really put out there, but first and foremost, prayers and strength, to the family, the surviving, I guess, members, of the family, that's who, because at the end of the day, somebody lost a sister, somebody lost a husband, and go on and on and on, and definitely strength with that, and um, one thing I want to kind of talk about with Kobe. Kobe, you know, I mean, kind of switch to kind of, I guess, quote unquote, his life and legacy on the basketball court. And he was actually getting involved like some of the other legends, the business part, you know, such as the Michael Jordans and Magic Johnsons. You know, as far as the business end, he was kind of dabbing into that a little bit, and he was actually doing some commentating, you know, on some of the sports shows. I think he had his own sports show. I gotta look that up as well. But yeah, I mean it's hard, man. You know, like I said, if I'm rambling on, I'm rambling on. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, it's just it's excused. It's excused. You know.
I want to because I don't want to brush over the other families. You know, I just want to say that my heart and my prayers go out to the Altobelli family. He was a baseball coach, a retired baseball coach from a college in California. And what I'm to understand from what I've read, his wife and his daughter was also, on that plane. So it was two families that took a loss. Well, really three, because you got to think about the guy who was flying the pilot. Yeah. I have not read, his name has not been brought up, but we know he passed away too. So, prayers definitely go out to the Altobelli family because they lost a father, a mother, a sister, aunt, uncle. So, I know that's hard. Kobe's wife, Vanessa, what she's going through right now is just unimaginable.
And they have a newborn as well.
And they have a newborn too, but to lose your daughter and your husband at the same time, it's unimaginable. And my heart and my prayers definitely go out to the Bryant family, as well as her family, because they lost their daughter, their granddaughter, their son-in-law. It's just, you just don't know what to say in times like that. And I think, all day today, I've been in pretty much shock. I was supposed to get on YouTube and, do some stuff on YouTube for our channel. I didn't do any of that, and I think the thing that kind of just chokes me up about it, the most is those kids that were on the plane. As a parent, what do you do to comfort your child when it hits you that this is it? I just can't imagine the grief of having as a father or a mother to put your own fears aside and comfort your child and pray and tell your baby to, God got us. He's praying. But, it's just hard. And I had no idea that TMZ had put it out before the families were notified. That's just a whole nother upsetting thing, because no family member should find out about the passing of a loved one on social media. I do feel like a lot of times social media has just taken away all human decency. Like, people's morals and values are just gone out the window, all for the sake of a like or going viral.
Or doing the first, be the first.
Oh yeah, being first, and
And I want to put a disclaimer with this video too, with some of the facts, because stuff is still early. So if we don't have, we doing the best we can of what we have with the facts.
Well, it's like 9:00 at night here.
Yeah.
In VA, and we're just doing a video, because you want to give family time,
right,
to accept what has happened, and I get wanting people to have the facts. Don't get me wrong, I get that, but at least wait until family is notified. You got to put yourself in another person's shoes, and realize that darn well that you don't want to be notified like that.
Yeah.
You just don't.
Yeah. And like niggas say, we were doing other things today, and we just kept on coming back to this, and trying to move on with other things. I still got to shoot one of my videos, and she had some stuff she had to do, and we just just kept on coming back to this, and the camera went on, and we just therapy in it. So it's it was just one of them things.
Yeah,
and
it helps to talk about it. It does. It helps to talk about it. I agree with you.
Yeah, and we had just looked at the Grammys, and shout out to them. With
that tore me up. I'm telling you, I broke down when I saw Boys and Men come up on that stage. I knew.
Yeah.
It's like I instantly knew. I knew what they was gonna,
There's no brainer what they're gonna sing.
And one year hit his note, the tear came down. I just
that was
that I lost it all over again.
Heartbreaking with that.
Yes.
And it's just I mean it's times, and when some things that you perceive so big is so small, and I hear all the time, it was looking all the time today, people was talking about life too short and different things, and when you look at it on the other end, it do motivate you, because you don't know, the minute or the hour, as they say. But one thing about Kobe, I was kind of getting into that with the basketball, and the basketball fans know that he was the man, and he's actually one of my all-time favorites. I didn't grow up right in his era. I'm more the Michael Jordan era, but he came up behind, and to me, I would always say he was the second to Michael Jordan. That's just my personal opinion. I ain't getting into the LeBrons and all this type stuff, but I'm just talking about his passion and his heart, and I admire those guys, and guys like him, because they had this gift, and they took it to the extreme. And I was actually just looking at a video today, when I think Robin Roberts, is that her name, the young lady, I might have got the name wrong or whatever, but when he retired, and I was asking him, you have any regrets or what have you? And he was like, he won 5, and he was like, yeah, I wanted to win 8, I want to win 8, but because he said he wanted to not only pass Magic and Jordan, but he wanted to really submit himself. But that just shows you the competitor he was. I mean that's like a dream career he had, but he still won't satisfy. So it's just amazing with that. So again, it's just like, I ain't got no words, man. I mean, it's just I know this video is rambling on and everything. This is all on emotion, and I ain't got no words, but just more of expressing myself, and we expressing ourselves, because
we just want to give our condolences, and just say a few words to people to be mindful of your actions.
Mm-hmm.
When you posting stuff on social media, be mindful. Somebody's sister, somebody's son or brother or aunt, uncles, they could very well possibly read this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's not anything you want to hear from somebody else. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of what you say. And I joke a lot. Don't get me wrong. I do. I've been reported on Instagram probably more than anybody. They about to shut my account down now. But at the same time, I don't get personal. I would never go on and post something. I would want to make sure that their family knows. From a family member, not from the outside world. That's a shock. So
yeah. So
that was it, and just to express how we felt about the situation and give our condolences to both families. Well, all three families, because you can't forget the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
You can't forget him,
Mm-hmm.
and his family took a heavy loss
Mm-hmm.
today as well. So, three families lost loved ones today. And, you need to love on your family. Tomorrow isn't promised. Love on them and make memories. And understand that death is a very necessary part of life because it teaches you to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's supposed to teach you to live. Life is short, but it's short for a reason. It's supposed to teach you to live your life, enjoy life, be a part of life. Don't just exist. Live.
That's some good words. Some good words.
Live. And I'm not telling people who they should pray to, but I definitely feel that you should pray to a higher power. Your religion is your religion. I don't judge people for their religion, and I don't knock them for their religion. Life is short. Whatever God you pray to, you better get right with him. Get right with him. Because I didn't come on here to preach to people and tell them you need to be a Christian. You need this who you need to follow. That's not my point. My point is life is short. Live your life and get right.
Yeah, and ditto that. I mean, just those things that you put off and waiting, just do it. And that just, lesson to me as well. Just
do it.
Yeah.
I told Aaron when we first met, when you first meet a person, you tell them, things you like to do, the favorite places you want to go, eat or whatever. And I said, I love to travel. I love to travel. Now, we haven't traveled to the level that I like to travel because no sooner after him and I met, that's when my mom got sick. Won't even a whole year. And my mom got sick. And so, the last years have been taking care of my mom up until, she passed. And so I told her I definitely want to get back to traveling. Get my because I let my passport expire and everything. Get my passport back right. Get the correct license. Anybody who wants to start traveling outside of the United States, you got to get the correct license. The little regular ID license or ID, you can't leave the United States. I think they call it the real ID. Yeah, you got to get that. Get your passport. Get it. And live.
And it's crazy because my cousin, shout out to Calvin, he sent me info on a cruise this year, and my other cousin and his wife, they're on a cruise now.
Yeah, Tim Kendria.
Yeah, and we was invited.
Bring me back a shot glass.
Yeah, we was invited to that one. We just wasn't ready.
Yeah.
With that, but that's kind of like what we saying.
Yeah, because I've been recuperating from my surgery.
Yeah. So, but that's what we're saying.
Go.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Just jumping on them cruises and trips and just live with no regrets.
Yes, live with no regrets. Yeah. Get them stamps on that passport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See the world. It's a lot of world out here to see.
And then even we're talking about the travel thing and different little beefs you might have with friends and family. Life too short, man. Let that stuff go.
Let that stuff go. Don't harbor that hate in your system. It will consume you.
Mm-hmm. And my thing is, you're not meant to be with everybody. I'm whether it's a significant other or friends or family or whatever, and I think that's why we get twisted up a lot. People are with you for a season. A
reason, a season, or a lifetime. Yeah. And it's very true. And it's okay to love somebody from a distance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You ain't got to. But
don't harbor no hate.
Yeah, you ain't got to
let that go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Just be with
You
that.
you can love somebody from a distance, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, and understand, because you got to protect your peace first and foremost. Protect your peace, and you can love them from a distance and protect your peace and be happy. We're just saying, don't harbor the hate. Let that hate go, because life is short, and you don't want to spend your days on this earth hating anybody, because that consumes you, and you don't live hating people.
And as you speaking of that, you know, I'm so glad. You know, a couple of years ago, him and Shaq had mess all that mess that they had, and that it was a beautiful moment for men, and because you know, Isaiah and
I was about to say
Magic did it too.
When Isaiah and Magic did it, they had me crying.
Yeah.
I cried with them.
Yeah, and then when Shaq and Kobe did it, it was funny. Shaq was like, "Well, I ain't gonna cry like well they did."
Right.
Yeah, but they admit it as men, and that's what we do. Like we were young and whatever, but you know, it's squash. You know, we good. You know, and this silliness. So I was glad that they hashed that out, and I know Shaq as well, and you know Shaq had a tweet. You know, of course he's devastated as well. You know, I saw him on Twitter, and you know, and even you know called Jeezy his niece and everything, and just but one thing I can say with him as a man, as a human, I'm sure he glad that they hash their differences out.
Oh yeah, because that would have ate Shaq up if he had not hashed the differences out before this happened.
Right, and especially when you're older and supposed to be wiser, and then when you realize that was just kid stuff. We was kids.
It was dumb.
We was kids, and they had like a, they with them, man, it was crazy because they were young. You're famous. You got money. You got the whole world looking at you and stuff, and then feeding into a lot of your insecurities and stuff. So they had it worse. But I was so glad that they got it together, and that's one of the big basketball what ifs too. Because what if they didn't, Shaq and leave and all of that, man? They would have ran it. Them two together. Because nobody was close to beating them when they was together. They just he would have had them 8.
I look forward to seeing all the replays that they're gonna do about his life. I'm sad that this is the reason they're doing the replays, but at the same time, I look forward to it. One last thing I want to say, because this video's over like 22 minutes now. To that news reporter. She said nigga. I listened to that thing like 6 or 7 times with my eyes closed and the phone to my ear, because I wanted to make sure I heard what I heard. She didn't make no mistake. She didn't say nigger like she said. She said nigga. I don't accept her apology, and I think she needs to be fired. She said it because it's a part of her vocabulary. She never would have slipped up and said it if it wasn't a part of her vocabulary to begin with. Understand that. You don't just slip up and say words out of thin air. That is a part of her vocabulary. And she's called us a nigga amongst her friends. And so, no, I don't forgive her. And the only reason she's apologizing because she knows she's about to lose her job. And whatever that little mess her publicist told her to say about some niggers, please, y'all. Y'all, she doesn't need her. She's racist. It just slipped out. And that's because she's called us that before. Trust and believe that. So that I just wanted to say that last thing because I saw some people like, it wasn't on purpose. It was on purpose. No, it wasn't on purpose. She didn't want to say nigga to the world. But what I'm saying is that word is a part of her vocabulary. That's why she slipped up and said it.
So we're gonna.
So yeah, let's go because I don't want to get upset.
Yeah, and I don't want to leave on that note either.
On that note,
yeah
like
but,
prayers to the families, all three families. You know, this was a unbelievably tragic situation. You know, Kobe was young. That coach was young. You know, in the babies. So yeah,
these are things that you know, is be beyond us as humans, and we don't understand it. And maybe one day we will. You know, when we transition on or what have you. But
well, right now it's not for our understanding. This is when you lean on the Lord for understanding.
Right.
It's just, you know.
Yeah.
I'll just be praying. You know, like I said, I've been praying for strength and comfort and some peace for them, because these next days, weeks, months, maybe years, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all. But this should be a reminder to everybody to just live. Live and love. Love on your family. And live. Don't miss birthdays. You know, don't miss anniversaries. It's so important. I went to my little 3-year-old cousin birthday party yesterday and I'm going to post that little vlog later. But, you know, just love on the babies.
Yeah, those
and just live. Yeah. Just live your life. Like I said, I can't wait till we get on the road. I don't get just me and him and a few clothes and some snacks. You know, just live. Y'all.
She gonna be asleep.
Road trips, I will stay awake. I might nap a little bit, but that's only in preparation for my turn to drive.
Which never happens.
Look, stop talking my business.
Okay.
All right, guys.
All right, y'all.
We'll talk to y'all later.
See ya.
Bye.